Let's talk about how to have a great prayer time in your group. The first step is to make sure you leave an adequate amount of time at the end of your group for a good prayer time. When your group first starts, maybe 15 minutes is adequate, but what you'll find is as your group bonds with each other and people become more open and transparent, it might take upwards to 30 minutes for your group to share prayer requests and share updates. So just make sure you have an adequate amount of time for your particular group. Then what you want to do is lay out some guidelines. One guideline I prefer is that prayers need to be specific to the individual sharing. In other words, I'm not supposed to ask for prayer for a coworker's nephew's cousin or something like that. Why? Because it's not really a burden to me. I should only really share prayer requests that are a burden to me. Now, if my coworker's distant relative is a burden to me, by all means, I'll share it because it's a burden to me. But people shouldn't be scratching their head going, well, I guess I'll ask for prayer for that. I mean, I wouldn't pray for it, but maybe these people will. In other words, if you don't pray for it already regularly, don't share it with the group because it should be something that means a lot to you. Another aspect of having a healthy and strong prayer time is make sure someone writes them down. Make sure that they go in some sort of prayer journal or prayer log because it's great to revisit those prayer requests as time rolls on and find out how God answers those prayers. Some groups actually use Facebook and email to distribute prayer requests, but however you do it, make sure that you keep it confidential within your group if the prayer requests are of a confidential nature. Then once you get to the actual time of prayer, after you've shared prayer requests, what you may find is that it's okay just to have one person kind of give a blanket prayer and encourage everybody in the group to pray outside of the group. One thing you might also prefer is to split the group into prayer partners and then you have groups of 2 or 4 sitting down and sharing prayer. That way they'll feel more comfortable sharing prayer and actually more people will end up praying. In fact, if you subdivide your group, even if your group is 8 or 10 people, if you subdivide your group for prayer time, more people end up praying because of the way you've divided up the group, and more people praying is always a good thing. Well, there's all sorts of creative ways to keep prayer exciting and alive, but those are a handful of good steps to get you started in the right direction.